right, y'all, so sharing my screen. First thing we're going to do is you're going to want to go to the library's website to get to this online resource. Of course, if y'all are familiar with the library in its main website, how you get to all of our online resources is through our catalog. So our library's website is mfplibrary.org, and our catalog is right down here. Log into your account is where you're going to want to go. Okay, y'all. And the good news is you can sign up for a online library card right now. Just due to all the things that are going on in the world, we have set that up. And that is in this top right-hand corner, this sign up. I'm going to click on it. You do need to upload like your picture of your driver's license, and if you do have a different address than on that, a picture of a utility bill, something like that. This is only allowed for folks that are in the library district, and that is the western side of Comal County. Okay, we're just letting somebody join real quick. Okay, so the western side of Comal County, if you need a library card, most of y'all probably already have one. Now you do have to go ahead and sign up for this real quick with your library card number. And that's just your last name, is when it asks for last name or password. Go ahead and put that in for me. Okay, question here. If you try to log in and it's telling you can't for some reason, it's probably just because your library card is expired. We have to renew it each and every year. And it just comes around once a year. It doesn't mean you're a bad library member or anything like that. It happens to all of us. Let me know in the chat, or we can just, that's when we stop and ask questions, we can get to that there. And I can always go in and update your account so you can log in and use our online resources, or you can call the library. Okay, from here, we're going to go down to this orange bar, electronic resources. Creative Bug is the third option down. Now this might change as we get new resources. These can be moved around on this board list here, but the good news is they're always still there. You just might scroll down for it, for example. But Creative Bug right here. Okay, and so you all will have to create an account at this point. It usually says like log in or create an account here. I think I'm already logged in, so that's why it says the latest classes. But all you have to do is sign in with a email address and your name and password. All right. I'm gonna stop my share real quick. I'm gonna let a few people in. Does anybody have any questions at this point? Are y'all doing okay?
Are you wanting us to do that now on another screen, to pull up the library and log in now during the tutorial?
If you want to, you can. It's not very difficult, so I don't think you would have to.
But we don't need to. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Now, like when we're teaching y'all how to download ebooks and audiobooks, sometimes we do want y'all to go along with us just because it is easier as you go, but this is really very simple. I'm not so much teaching y'all how to do this as wanting to show y'all how fun it is and nerd out with you. So, all right, let's see. Hi, Jill. Good to see you. We have a few more people on. Welcome if I've just let y'all into the class. I'm glad you got here. We are having our classes online in Zoom right now, and that's a whole new world for anyone. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you're muted right now, unmute yourself or wave your hand or chat me and tell me, unmute me, I have questions. Y'all can ask questions at any time during the presentations. All right, I'm gonna go back to sharing my screen real quick so y'all can follow along. All right, y'all. I'm gonna play this quick little video so you can kind of learn a little bit about what Creative Bug is about, and then we're gonna go on into it.
At first, I offered classes to friends. I would practice, and I thought of it as, if this was a dream class that I would have taken in the beginning, this is how I would have presented it.
always drawn and made things and taken workshops. And then eventually I got to a point where I had taken so many classes, I was like, well, I could teach these. And then eventually I did start teaching them.
If I want anything in the world, it's to be able to encourage people. I'm giving away all my secrets, so you can tell exactly how I'm thinking. Nothing makes me happier than that.
Okay, so that's kind of exciting. It does kind of explain to you a little bit about what this is about and the quality of instruction that we do have through our teachers here. And like how high quality the video is in this as well. Okay, y'all, so pretend like y'all are all logged in, we're all good here. We're gonna just start the whole program up right now. Okay, logging in, this is the first screen that you're going to see. Very exciting stuff here, and I'm guessing you're probably getting a little bit better idea of what we have going on. I'm just gonna scroll down a little bit and show you some of the categories of classes. So there is about 2,000 classes currently on Creative Bug. They add a class just about every day, so that's very exciting. How you search for classes is found up in Classes beneath that tab. As you can see, they're broken out, and if you cursor over each class, such as art and design, there's so much involved inside of that, as well as sewing, on down the list. So that's kind of how you would search for a class, as well as a search bar up here. You can be very creative with your search. I mean, it could be watercolor, it could be landscape watercolor, and they'll just pull up any classes that are involved in that. I'm going to go ahead and click on art and design because I just think it's very pretty, colorful, and the types of things that we might be interested in. And you can see, I want you to note right here how long each of these classes are. Like, for example, this one's 5 hours, 49 minutes, 53 minutes. So it might kind of tell you how involved you want to get with it. A few other items below each class. Manage participant. Oh, poor Peggy. Keeps falling off. Hi, Peggy. Are you back on? Welcome again. I hope, I don't know, Peggy keeps falling off our program here. Okay, so on this class, we're just going to go ahead and click on this painting abstract florals. It's very bright and colorful. It's very pretty. When you select a class, this is what comes up. You can either start playing the class here. I'm just going to play it for a few seconds.
Hi, I'm artist Pam Garrison. I'm maker, crafter, and creator, and one of my favorite things to paint is flowers. I'm going to show you how we can slightly abstract flowers. It's a simple approach to
Okay, so y'all kind of get an idea of the sound quality, the video quality of these. Coming down below it, each one of the videos in Creative Bug is set up exactly the same with all of these things. Below here, underneath the description, it just tells you a little bit about the class, what's involved, and note it also tells you how long the whole class is and if it's a beginner or intermediate class. Alright, next over is chapters. This is very helpful if you're re-watching something. That's something that they always really go on and on about in Creative Bug. You can go back as many times as you want and re-watch certain parts or, you know, that type of thing. It's very nice, especially for painting, I would think. And you can go back to the different parts inside the video. And of course, throughout the video, you can scroll to certain areas second by second. The material list is next. This covers exactly every item you would need to complete this whole class in painting. Now, usually as you go and watch the first part of the video, I've noticed a lot of the presenters will be like, we use this type of paint, feel free to use acrylic or something like that. They usually try to give you different options, and that's very important, especially in this time. You can see all of those. To the right, there's a gallery. The gallery is, first off, the pictures that are tagged with this video from the actual artist. Below that are the members gallery. What the members gallery is all the different pictures that people have uploaded that they've actually done after watching this class. So that's always kind of cool. Wow, people are really creative. Okay. 1 over discussion. I think this is very useful because you can actually ask questions to the teacher at this point. If you notice, these are very real-time things. For example, this Kelly's question was asking about shellac or a clear coat. The teacher replied down below. And if you notice, the student asked at 4:44 p.m. and the teacher replied at 5:41, so that's pretty good. And that this is very current. People are asking questions 6 days ago was the last question. So. 1 over a note. This is really cool. So say, example, you're wanting to just make a note for yourself in the class. With a new note, I could say 5 pins. And that's actually saved at the exact spot that that I was watching when I made that note. So if it's like, let dry for 5 minutes, and you want to remind yourself that, whatever you need to do, and that note is still there. For example, you can see that I've made that 5 pins twice at 2 different times. All right. I'm just letting a few more people into the class. Welcome everyone who just arrived. We're kind of in the middle of this, but I'll circle back around when we're done and you can join again and we can go over it again. But in Creative Bug in the app through the library, you're able to also add this to a watch list. Now I'll show you where you go and retrieve these watch list videos afterwards, but this is kind of just like your, I guess you call it your playlist or saved classes or something. So if you're just browsing like me, I like to go through and find a bunch of different classes I'm interested in and add them to my watch list and go back and watch them later. All right, transcript is very nice. If you notice here, it pops up below and it actually lights up when it plays on the words that she's actually saying. So that's very handy. Click off of that. Okay, so this is how you actually go in, play a video, use all the resources involved with the video. I'm going to stop my share for just a second so I can see y'all's faces. Do y'all have any questions? Are we doing good? Okay, wonderful. Now, that's all you really need to know to use this resource, but I'm going to show you a few of the fun things that I found out about it that kind of take it to that next level. Okay, we're resharing. So far we have gone over classes and how to go out and find all these different classes. Turn over my page of notes to make sure I don't miss anything for you guys. Okay, switching over to inspiration now. Calendar and inspiration feeds. Inspiration feeds are very similar to, this is what everybody has ever posted on any of the pictures of what they have created from this class. So if you're already an artist or already a sewer and know how to do something, you're just needing inspiration, this is kind of where they're wanting you to go to get inspired. You can also add your own images. Calendar underneath inspiration. I kind of skipped around there, sorry y'all.
The head of the painting department.
Okay, so right here, it just popped on up with the inspiration in the calendar. And what came up was this month's new releases. And what this actually is like April's inspirational moment for them. The lady's speaking about the time that she was like not inspired by an artist and how she overcame that. So it's kind of like your feel-good moment of the day. Underneath pattern library, these patterns are included on your actual classes, but if you're just wanting to go and search for a specific pattern, especially like the crochet and sewing patterns, this is where you would find them. Creative Bug is very nice because they actually do include patterns that are free. Well, free for you, we paid for them, but it's a very awesome resource. So you see here like row patterns, anything. We can just keep going down. Kind of a different way to search for something, you'd think. Class collections are very handy, especially for certain times of the year, like Christmas, Valentine's Day, that type of thing. They're collections of different classes that are included in the same thing. So it's something easy with Valentine's Day projects. You see here, there's just like a bunch of different classes on anything to do with Valentine's Day. How fun, right? And underneath inspiration, they also include instructors. So this is all of their instructors that they have in Creative Bug. You can see there's a lot, and then you can load more. That gets a little overwhelming. We can also search. So let's see, Pam, what was Pam's last name? Was the teacher in the class we were just looking at. Pam Garrison. So this was our teacher that we were just watching in that class, that watercolor abstract florals, or abstract florals. And so here's her little bio about her and other classes that she teaches. So if you find a teacher you really like, the odds are they've taught more than one class in here, and you can go and take several of those classes through them. Okay, so that's it for inspiration. CBTV is Creative Bug TV. I do want y'all to note, it's just another something that you can watch. Usually it involves several different sets of types of teachers that are all combined. For example, these outlooks or lookbooks, I really want y'all to check these out, especially the April one, and like then on to May and June as you keep using this resource, because it kind of tells you a lot of the coolest things that are coming up with in the new month that you can, like the new classes they've just added. So that's really fun. Down below, there's more videos, and usually these include like a look into the instructor's lives, daily lives, or something new and fresh that they're really wanting to get across. So it's the more reality TV version of our classes here. Now, daily practice, the last option here, this is truly my favorite thing on here. Especially in today's world, when we're all a little weirded out by what everything's going on, we sometimes need that little push every day, something to look forward to. If you're not in a big reader, maybe just nothing. I really want to show you all this one. So these are daily practice series. Here it's like 30 or 31 days of classes that kind of are the same type of thing that you can just watch a few minutes of a day and practice and get really inspired. I'm going to click on this working in acrylic ink real quick for y'all. I want to do this so bad. If y'all can just see the color here, it's just gorgeous. So you can see each day goes down and it does something else. They're all about 10 to 15 minutes, so it's like you can really do this. All of her pictures in here are gorgeous. And so like this is in a sketchbook, so you turn the page and do something else and it builds on each other. Okay, y'all. Our last thing that I'm going to show you is the profile area. If y'all see the B over here inside the blue circle, y'all's will be whatever letter your name is. B is for Bethany. The little caret next to it, go ahead and click down. This is like your profile area. If y'all remember the recently watched that I was talking about, that's where you would see all the videos you just have recently watched. My watch list is actually what I was talking about. There's a difference. If something you've watched is and recently watched, something that you actually saved to your watch list is here. Just going to click on that real quick, show it to you. These are all things that I've saved, and they're on here. I want y'all to see this. Say Your 3 best friends that you ever did have also have library cards here, or they also have a Creative Bug account. It's not super expensive. It's 10, 5, 15, depending on which version you get per month. So some of your friends might just have it. You can share your watch list on any of these resources. I've already emailed my friend one of my watch lists because I was like, you need to do this. Okay, moving back up. Your gallery is where you would actually add images of what you've done. Now, if any of you are wanting to get social with this is kind of more this area of it. The community is where you can go and look for other people that just take classes. And here's my public profile. You can see I'm not very exciting. I haven't posted to Facebook since I got married like 7 years ago. So, for myself, I do it for the library. And if you're wondering, okay, Bethany, here's your public profile. Why do I have a public profile? I don't want a public profile. We'll show you how to do that. You're going to access your account. I would suggest all of y'all come in and do this once you set it up. For example, my public profile is Bethany Porter. That's not very exciting. No one could figure out anything that I'm doing anywhere by that. But you can come down here and add in some information like where you're from, all that type of stuff. Links, like if you have an Instagram account, or if you have an Etsy store or something like that. I think people like to generate a lot of interest in your products here. What you're interested in. But what I want you to do is edit your profile preferences. And from here, select if you want to show all of these things on your account. I don't want to show any of these things on my account. You just check this off and save changes. And good for you guys. You don't have to worry anything about billing and subscription information because the library's got that for you. So, all right, scrolling back up. On my profile, we've gone all the way to access my account. Your referrals, if I clicked on it, nothing would happen because I don't have any referrals yet. You can actually refer classes, and you can log out here. If you're on your own device, your laptop, there's really no reason to log out, but if you want to, you can. Okay, I'll go back to the classes.